Hello. Oh my god, that was so awkward. My name is Zoe. I go by the handle Tiny Dishes Only on here and on Instagram. I am making this video as an introduction because I don't know how you start a YouTube channel. This channel is going to be all about my journey post weight loss surgery. I'm 24 years old and I had the Roux-en-Y gastric bypass back in September of 2017, September 25th to be exact. As of this coming Monday, it's Saturday if you didn't know, it'll be 4.5 months since I had surgery, and I throwing out some deets, as of last Monday, I weighed 305.8 pounds, meaning I've lost 99.2 pounds since the day of surgery. On the day I had surgery, I weighed 405 pounds. Just still crazy to admit out loud, I guess. At my heaviest recorded weight, I weighed 415 pounds, but that was definitely not my heaviest weight, even remotely. If I had to guess, I would bet that my heaviest weight was probably closer to 430 pounds. But at a certain point, I refused to weigh myself, and I had just given up. So, the cat you see walking around in the background is my cat. Her name is Ella. She has no boundaries, so you're probably going to see her a lot. Smooth and great. What are you doing? I guess I don't know really what you talk about in these videos. I am mainly an Instagrammer. But I've had a few people ask me about making vlogs and talking more about my story, so I'm trying. I make no promises about frequency of videos or even a guarantee there'll be another one. Probably though, because I like talking to myself. But I guess more about me, I don't know. I've always been fat. And that's something you should know is if you don't like the word fat, you should probably pick somebody else to watch. I don't have the negative connotations with the word fat that a lot of other people do. I view it as just a descriptive word like tall, short, blonde. Like, it is what it is. Like, if you call an animal fat, you're not insulting it, you're just describing its physical characteristics. So I guess just like a warning. I don't know. So yeah, I have always been either obese or fat or overweight, whatever you want to call it, my entire life. And if I figure out how to put a picture, I will, but I don't know technology at all. You should also probably know that. I literally just figured out how to record this on my computer. High-tech business up in here. But I've tried to lose weight a lot of different times. The most recent was 2 or 3 years ago. I tried to lose weight via Nutrisystem, and this is nothing against their program. But because of my personality and my issues, I struggled and I went balls to the wall unhealthy. Like, I had a normal people's stomach at this point and was only eating maybe 1,000 calories a day, and I was so obsessive about it that I was walking 5-10 miles a day and just pushing my body way too hard. I lost 60 pounds on Nutrisystem super fast, unhealthy, unmaintainable. That lasted about 3 months before it came back, and I snapped back. And it just was not a healthy journey and healthy process at all. So other times I've done Weight Watchers. I would try and count calories. I would do everything that they tell you to do. I mean, everyone says it. Weight loss, it comes down to eating less and working out more. But if you're here and you're watching this, you know that's not how it works. That's not all it takes and all that goes into weight loss. There's so much more than just eating less and working out more. And it took me a really long time to realize that, and that the biggest roadblocks to my success were my own brain. And I realized that to be able to successfully become healthy, I had to deal with the root cause and not just the like things that stemmed from it. And it was hard. It still is hard. I mean, it's hard every day. I ended up being diagnosed with both food addiction and binge eating disorder. And if you don't know what binge eating disorder is, it is it's most similar to bulimia, except after having a binge episode, I don't make myself sick, but I punish myself in other ways. And so that just meant for me with binge eating disorder that there was a lot that had to be dealt with and continues to be dealt with. Even though I have a tiny tummy now, it can hold about 3 to 4 ounces depending on your pouch when you have surgery. It's still, that want is still there. And even sometimes now it comes about in a different way where because I can't do what my brain wants me to do and binge eat, my brain is like, well, then why should we eat it all? This video is going to be hella choppy because I keep having to pause and deal with the cat because she is acting like a hoodlum. Okay. Back to business. I would say my journey towards bariatric surgery started 2018 in the fall of 2016. What happened for me, I knew I had gained a ton of weight at that point. Like you're in denial, but you also can't deny it at a certain point. And I was at my dad's house for Thanksgiving, and him and I were up one night just like coloring and talking, and I said something about, I don't know, a TV show, who knows at this point. But I remember my dad turning to me and being like, Zoe, I love you so much, but if you don't change your lifestyle, I'm going to end up having to be the one that buries you. And even now, it was such a, there was nothing I could say. He finally called out what we all knew, but nobody wanted to call out. And that was that at a certain point, it's not like, oh, I'm plus size or whatever. It's not about body positivity. It's about health. And I couldn't sit still without having labored breath. I was that obese. I couldn't walk up a single flight of stairs without having to take a break. I could barely, sleeping was a struggle. I almost didn't fit in Lane Bryant clothes anymore. And I knew all of that. No one had to tell me that, but I pretended that it didn't matter. And it took that moment of my dad being like, I love you, but if you keep going on this road, you're going to die. And you're going to die sooner rather than later, for me to be like, well, shit. So I got back from that visit with my dad, and I knew it was time. And it's something I preach, but I'll say a million times over is you can't force someone on any journey, and you can't force someone to get healthier. There has to be a moment, there has to be a time where they come to terms with the fact they need to make a decision for their health. When I came back, it's not like I came back and I was like, I want gastric bypass. Yeah. I didn't even really know what bariatric surgery was, but I knew that the first step to me doing this healthy and doing this in a way that would be maintainable was to be partnered with a doctor. I knew I couldn't do it alone. I knew, on paper, it's easy, follow a certain calorie diet, but at that point I could recognize there was more going on and I needed to see someone. My journey of clearly, far from over. I weigh 305 pounds. My goal weight to the hospital is 200 pounds. My personal goal weight, because of my height, is 180 pounds. I'm 5'9". 180 would be a perfectly healthy weight. My team set my goal weight at 200 pounds because that would put me in a healthy BMI range. And that's kind of their focus, isn't so much, like, what do you look like? What's your body fat percentage? Like, it's, body mass index. That's what we care about. But yeah, I don't know. I'm really awkward, but I just am always about sharing my story because other people's stories are what led me to have surgery. Like, if I hadn't seen other people talk about what it was like as a 20-something to have a weight loss surgery, I probably never would have, because I always thought it was something old people did, or people on my 600-pound life, or, there's so much stigma and misinformation about weight loss surgery, and I just hope to share my side of things and my experience. But I say it on my Insta all the time, and I'll say it here. I'm not a doctor. I am far from an expert in bariatric surgeries or gastric bypass. I'm not even an expert in my own gastric bypass. The number of times I've had to call my nurse, and ask her questions is ridiculous. Sometimes just about, hey, can I eat a pickle now yet? Like, what up? And they're great, and I've had such a wonderful experience. But yeah, I just want to share that and share what little I do know with the interwebs. So if you'd like more, God, I hate when people say this, thumbs up, comment, subscribe. I don't know. I'd just love to hear back from everybody. And if you made it this far, thank you. I appreciate you. Because this has been a hot mess. Hot mess. How do people do this all the time? How do people vlog? I don't understand. Is there a class? Did I miss a class in high school? Because I don't know what's happening. Maybe I'm too old. Are there classes now? I bet there are classes now. This is getting really off topic. Okay. Thank you for watching my video. You're wonderful. If you're considering weight loss surgery and you have questions, holla at me. Go watch a bunch of other videos. Like, go out there and learn things. And if you are not considering surgery, but you're wanting to, like, get healthy, go you. Like, even just thinking about the life changes you have to make, it's a big step. Like, it's the first step, is owning that you need to make a change. So just by being on this video or looking up videos about weight loss, like, you're already getting there. So whoever you are, wherever you are, I hope you have a great day. Bye.